Hi, guys.
Hello.
What's up? Switch seats.
Yeah, a little
With the
switch
big
up.
boss.
A little switch up here.
How's everybody?
Little switcheroo.
So I'm joined today. Obviously, you know Pauline, Chris. What's
How we
up?
doing?
Welcome.
We're back.
With episode.
Number
10, people.
Whoa, let's
Hell
go.
yeah.
Clap it up.
Episode 10.
Clap it
Love
up.
it. Love it.
A lot of people don't make it to episode 10. A lot of
Really?
podcasts don't.
Why?
They don't. Because people just, it falls apart. People can't stay on schedule, and
Lose
the
momentum.
majority of podcasts fall apart. I believe the stat, if I'm correct, I believe 78 or 80% of podcasts don't make it to episode 22.
That's
Well,
crazy.
We're
That's
almo-
high.
We're
That's
almost halfway
halfway.
there. Yeah.
Gabe, we're halfway there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There was 185,000 podcast episodes since podcasts first started, around there. So
How many,
podcasts are becoming a little bit more mainstream.
so how many are there now? Do we know?
I mean, podcast episodes in general. I can find out. I have the stats on our personal podcast since we first started.
All right.
Okay.
Well,
So since we started 2.5 months ago,
Yeah, just about. Yeah.
just under 3 months ago, we already have 200 downloads.
that's great.
200
right? That's
downloads.
great.
And what's interesting is obviously the majority of the downloads are here in the States, but we have some listeners down in Brazil.
Brazil.
Wow.
I
wonder
love it.
why.
Brazil. That's interesting.
That is.
Yeah. Brazil's number 3, number 2 is Canada because our product comes from Canada.
Canada, yeah. That
So
makes sense.
that makes sense. But to have our listeners down in Brazil, that's awesome. Shout out to Brazil.
Yeah. Thank you, Brazil.
But yeah, I mean, I believe right now we have over 1,200 hours viewed of our podcast, which is
Oh,
above
that's
average.
sick.
All our viewers from Brazil, please leave a comment.
Yeah, seriously.
That'd be
Please,
pretty
yeah.
cool. Please
Yeah.
leave a comment.
That would be awesome.
Yeah, that really would be.
So,
So,
yeah, I
Gabe,
mean,
tell us why the seats are turned today.
So we turned the seats a little bit, mainly because you were tired of seeing Pauline's face. I know, but don't worry, you have another nice face to look at today. Okay, so we're gonna do a little Q&A with the boss, the big boss over here.
Okay.
Just talk a little bit more. You guys have obviously heard a lot of our client stories and how they stay motivated and kind of what brought them to IP. But I think it's time to kind of turn the tables a little bit. Talk to Pauline, talk about her success, how she's able to run a successful clinic, kind of her motivation behind it, and kind of what's kept her going for the past 10 years.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
Let's do it.
Let's
Yeah.
do it. I think
only
that's a
seems right for episode 10.
good, Yeah, I think, for episode 10.
Oh, wait,
we're
that's
gonna
so
turn
weird.
the
10
tables.
years, 10
Yeah,
years.
10
in
years,
episodes.
Oh,
10
10
episode
years,
10.
10 episodes. Okay, so this is good.
Oh,
Yeah.
like, that's kind of weird.
All right, I'm a little nervous,
Should we
but
wait till
okay.
next year to do the 11th episode?
Yeah,
of
a whole
podcast?
year later. Catch episode 11, 2020.
And
Hang
then
on, Brazil,
next
and we'll see
year.
you next year.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So yeah, let's do this, bitch.
All right, come on.
We have some good questions. I think I'm a good interviewer.
Okay, I'm
Okay.
a little nervous, but go ahead.
Okay. So obviously you've been doing this for 10 years now.
Mm-hmm.
What's changed over the past 10 years? Whether it's based on maybe the protocol, the science behind it, maybe different doctors on board, kind of things like that. Like what's changed?
Well, I have to say, Ideal Protein as a company is always it is changing with the science, which is great. But I have to say, I think Dr. Tran was way above his years in knowing how the body works and why it works, and there's so much science behind Ideal Protein. But the biggest change that I've seen from doing this for 10 years is the doctor referrals and the doctor understanding of the protocol. And when I first started, I've had a couple doctors on the protocol with me, but that has grown. And not only has that grown, the referrals have grown. And I think, and I don't want to speak out of turn, but most of the physicians that come in, and I tell them I don't want to, insult them on how the body works. But they all say to me, please do. We've only had a little bit of nutrition. So they like to know, and they want to learn, which is a great piece. And I commend them for wanting to understand the science behind it. And once they do learn it, they're on board.
Well,
Right.
not
And
only
they do
that,
refer.
physicians don't have time
They
to
don't.
teach their patients weight loss.
Well, they don't. Not only don't physicians have the time, they don't get reimbursed. And, that's the bottom line. They don't have the time. They have a certain amount of patients that they need to see in a day.
And they're back to
They
back.
have to
back.
address weight loss. They're back to back, and they don't get reimbursed for their time.
Yeah.
And I understand that. So the biggest change to me is seeing the doctor referral, which I love. They're more and more on board.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's huge.
Yeah. We love an educational queen.
Yes.
Someone get the chalkboard and the ruler in case they're bad. Slap their hand a little
Slap
bit.
their hands. Exactly.
But what keeps you motivated? So what over the past 10 years has kind of kept pushing you to kind of, push past each limit and keep going?
That's changed over the years. When I first started doing this, it was just purely the weight loss that motivated me every day, seeing people lose weight. And then after a while, you realize that they follow the protocol, they're losing weight.
Right.
So that to me wasn't the pure motivation. It was the health benefits to
Right.
that. And that always motivated me. Now, after the pandemic, I have to say that's even changed a little bit because, as you know, I call the pandemic the perpetual snow day. So people came out of the pandemic and they're different.
Right.
They're very different, and I'm seeing more and more that they need a little bit more baby steps to start the program. And for me, the motivation is breaking through.
Right.
Because they call me the human lie detector.
Yeah.
And I know when somebody's on the protocol or not on the
Right.
protocol.
Right.
And I work with them, and I love when I see the breakthrough. That
Right.
motivates me when they finally come in and say, "Look, I'm struggling."
Right.
And I love that
Right.
because that's a breakthrough, and that gets me up every single day.
Right.
It motivates me.
Right.
Really does. Changing people.
So obviously the pandemic, had a huge effect on businesses and kind of where they were, where they are now, where they're going. How do you think it affected your business here?
It definitely affected. Of course it did. We were down quite a bit. It was just me here alone, which they would have had to arrest me because I was not closing down because I had successful dieters. Can you imagine? I had one dieter. She was down over 80 pounds. I was going to tell her, I'm sorry, I'm closing up. Then I was deemed an essential, thank God. So I had people on the protocol, but many people fell off.
Right.
So, that was a little bit hard, but we're coming back. We're coming back better, stronger. I'm seeing a lot of restarts, new starts.
And we know who fell off. We know exactly who fell off. So.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. So yeah, we're little by little, we're coming back
Right.
bigger, stronger.
Right.
I also, the psychological part to it is that it's funny that people know this works. They know the science behind it and it's worked for them once, but they feel like, let me try something new. And then they always come back to Ideal Protein because
Right.
they know it works. It's a psychological thing, I think.
I never understood that. When something's working, why change it?
Because I don't know. It's a great question. I wish I had the answer for it.
Do people think they could do it better or easier?
I think so.
I think that's it.
I think the problem is that once you have to understand when people come in, they've usually tried everything.
Yeah.
And nothing's really worked. So they're really amazed by Ideal Protein. It works. You follow that, you eat that sheet, it's working.
Yeah.
So I think part of it is psychologically they know that it works. So when they try to wrap their head around it again, they figure, well, you know what? I'll start Monday. I'm not gonna give up the party. I'm
Right.
not gonna give up this dinner. I'm gonna start again Monday, and that Monday never comes. They kind of keep kicking the can down the road.
I say it all.
and that's where
People
we
keep
come in.
waiting. Yeah. Stop waiting.
So we kind of stick the pen in the spoke to stop it.
Yeah.
But they all have to go through that, and that's okay. That's what we're here for.
Yeah. I mean, it's also the fear too. They're afraid to start that. Like they know money's approaching. They're afraid of it. But I always say fear is a false event appearing real. So the food for fear is time. So when you say I'm going to start Monday, and you say it on a Tuesday, and you wait Tuesday to Monday, that fear is getting worse and worse and worse.
Exactly.
So that's why I always say start now, because if you start now, you're suffocating the food for time, or the food for fear, and that's the time.
Right.
So just kill it.
Right. But it's a little bit harder now coming off the pandemic. People were
But
really.
but people make it hard because it's in their head. They watch the news, they're watching all these other different outlets of
Yeah.
information, where if you just turn it off for a second, just focus on yourself. start ASAP, and everything else becomes
Well,
silent.
right. What do I always say? You deal with stress a lot different from every pound that you lose.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you have to get to that point, and people are coming off. It's been hard. People have lost their jobs. People
Yeah.
have lost a lot
Then
from
it's a
this,
spiral.
and it is a spiral.
Mm-hmm.
It is a spiral. So that's what motivates me.
Right.
For the long-winded answer.
In order to stop that spiral is stop the wait.
Yeah.
Stop,
Absolutely.
time's going by.
100% time.
We're all running out of
Time's gonna
time.
pass. Mm-hmm.
I say it to Gabe.
We
Gabe
don't get these years back.
Exactly. Gabe sacrificed. Gabe's a young kid. Gabe sacrificed last summer to have a great summer this year, down 95
To
pounds.
have a great life.
To have a great life. Exactly.
To have a great life.
If he waited, he would never done that.
Yeah, nothing tastes as good as skinny feels.
Yeah.
That's really the
And
truth.
and what you eat in private, you show in public.
I'll never forget you saying that.
Yeah.
Boy,
He
that's
walks in.
good.
He walks into my Verona clinic, young kid. Women were in the like little waiting area, and he goes, "Come on, girls, what you eat in private shows in public."
Yeah.
And we all just started laughing. I was like,
It's
"That is
true.
so true."
It's so true. So like when
So
you when you're
true.
going to the snack cabinet at 10:30,
only lying to
11
yourself.
o'clock, you're lying to yourself. Don't do it.
Yeah,
Don't do it.
Yeah.
Just put it down.
but
But that's a whole nother thing too. If we want to touch upon this, just clean out the whole house. Take away all the temptation. The problems that we have. A lot of them we could control. So,
that's the other thing I say to people when they're going through stressful times. I have one client. Her mom is not doing well.
yeah,
And I said, I'm sorry for that, but there's a lot of things in life we can't control. This we can control.
yeah.
And she looked at me. She said, "You're right.
Control as much as possible
said,
because
"You have
COVID
to.
you can't control.
You can't control."
But like the food in the cabinet, you could control that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So that's what motivates me. So that
Yeah.
the answer to that is it changes. In the
Right.
last 10 years, everything has changed. What
Right.
Yeah.
motivates me? Yeah.
Right.
But
If you had to pick a few things, that you owe your success to, like what are your keys to success? Pauline's keys to success.
my belief in the program.
Mm-hmm.
My belief in the program. That really is the reason for my success.
Uh-huh.
I believe that wholeheartedly because I believe in this program so much that it's kept me going.
Mm-hmm.
If I didn't believe in this and the science behind it, I wouldn't be here.
Right.
Right? I always say that.
Yeah.
That's really it.
Are there any like personal like quotes or things that you do yourself to kind of keep the success going or the motivation going? Maybe like speakers you listen to, books you read.
My son right now is making me listen to Grant Cardone.
Grant's the best.
Grant is good.
And also, my man Marshall Wilkinson.
Marshall,
Shout
and I
out-
do
yep,
listen.
shout out
Yes,
Marshall.
I do listen to Marshall,
Yep.
and that they're more the business part of it. But I do take what they say
Mm-hmm.
It translates.
personally, and it does translate.
Right.
Yeah.
Absolutely. I always try to empathize with people
Mm-hmm.
and put myself in their shoes,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's key.
Yeah.
I think it's key. I also
say, he or she who says they can't, and he or she who says they can, is usually right.
What do you mean?
He who says he can and he who says he can't is usually right.
Oh, okay. I understand what
So if
you're
you
saying.
say you can do, you can do. If you say you really can't do it, then you can't do it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a powerful quote.
That is a powerful
that I
quote.
live by all the time. He who says he can and he who says he can't is usually right.
I do have quotes. I have to think about that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a great question.
Thanks.
Great
What
question.
Can I say? NBC, if you're looking for a new interviewer, let me know. I could pick it up on the side. Anyway, rollouts out of your new favorite products. Obviously, IP has kind of, started to rebrand, roll out some new products within the past year, even since I've been here within the past year and some change.
Mm-hmm.
What are some of your favorite?
Baked peanut butter.
Okay.
Love the baked peanut butter. Love the ranch chips.
Mm-hmm.
I think they're great. Listen, the old chocolate drink, or now it's the chocolate smoothie and the peanut butter bar, you're not beating those. In my opinion, I don't think you are. I think the water enhancers were a phenomenal addition to the Ideal Protein Protocol.
Can we talk about that shake?
Which shake?
That new shake that you made last or 2 weeks ago?
Which one did I make you, with the orange drink
Yeah.
or with the,
Yes.
with the water enhancer? That's phenomenal.
That was incredible.
That's incredible. It really is. That's an orange creamsicle.
It tastes
Yeah.
like Gatorade.
Yeah.
So for anybody who doesn't know what we're talking about, it's the orange drink with Walden Farms marshmallow.
Mm-hmm.
Was that it? That's all we added.
Water and ice. Yeah.
Yeah, water and ice, and it's
Yeah.
a creamsicle.
Yeah.
It was amazing.
I
And
think
we
the
also did
recipe's
that.
up on our Insta.
It is, and we also did it with the orange tangerine water enhancer.
And the lemon water enhancer.
Yes, and the other, I thought, brilliant addition was the cone jack noodles.
Uh-huh.
I do.
Yeah. I love the branch chains.
The branch chains are good too.
Yeah.
Forgot about the branch chains.
Yeah.
What other item would you say was key?
Like, I would go through phases where I'd have like a really like bad like sweet tooth, but also then I would want salty. I loved the ranch chips. I would eat them.
I love the ranch chips.
I know this sounds weird,
Yeah.
but with pickles, and
Ooh.
if you cut it was such a good combo. Such a good combo. But for like my bars, baked peanut butter, I went through a phase. I also really like the cranberry bars. I don't know why.
Cranberry bar is the most underrated bar, and it's
I
a
agree.
great bar.
I
It's
agree.
a great, great bar.
Yeah, I like that. And the soy puffs are one of my favorites.
You like the soy puffs.
But you have to put them in the freezer.
Well, now that they're a little melted,
Yeah.
probably even better to do.
Yeah.
Chris, you're never going to change them off the brownie.
The brownie I love, but the shake is
The
king.
shake is phenomenal.
Yeah, I take it every morning. Go
I know.
to MST, go to CrossFit, and then take that shake.
Really?
It's
the
unbelievable.
chocolate?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
number one. The brownie I love because it's filling. To me, it's filling.
Yeah.
Very filling.
Very.
Yeah.
Very filling. I don't know. I
But
think
those-
all
those
the
are my
products
top
are
two.
good. Everybody asks me, they want a pretzel,
Yeah.
an IP pretzel, or popcorn. Those are the two
That's interesting.
biggest requests.
I would love a pretzel.
Yeah, everybody says that. Or a non-restricted breakfast bar.
Yeah.
That's
A
people.
pretzel would be cool.
A pretzel would be very cool.
So cool.
They used to. If Ideal Protein's listening, because I'm
They
sure
are.
I made.
Because we have 20 downloads in Canada, so that's got to
right,
be them.
Okay, they're probably gonna kill me because I used to, not anymore. I used to have the clients call and request it. I call corporate. They used to have a chocolate chip cookie, and it was one cookie, and it was a thick cookie.
I do
you remember that cookie?
Yeah, that was years ago.
That cookie, it was a little dry, but it was phenomenal. With a cup of coffee in the morning, it was unreal. People loved the cookie. They got rid of it. They need to bring it back. They need to do like a retro kind of Ideal Protein product. Bring it back.
Yeah,
That would be like a good campaign.
It would be a great campaign.
Yeah.
because you see like these other. I forget the name of the company. They're in every store. That protein cookie that you see.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
the
like
guy
the
on
Quest.
the guy
Yeah.
on the.
I forget.
Yeah, and they're
it's
not
like
even a good
20 grams
quality.
of sugar too.
Oh, it's
Yeah.
crazy. It's
Yeah.
the guy.
Oh,
It's
the
weird,
vegan ones.
the weird
I
guy
think
on
so.
the
Yeah.
package.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
They're
Yeah.
horrible for you.
Yeah,
But that's what it was like. That's the size cookie it was.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
believe it or not, it was hard to finish. It was that good.
Yeah.
To
a
have that
cookie
in the
would be
morning
good.
and start your day like that, it's
Yeah, I
phenomenal.
wonder why they took it off. I don't know.
I don't know why they took it off.
Corporate, leave
Like
a comment down below.
Yeah, corporate. Yeah, corporate. Let people know because people ask me that all the time. Where's the cookie? I still have old clients that'll call like after a couple of years and they'll go, "Is the cookie back?"
Yeah,
And I have to say, "Nope, they didn't bring it back."
yeah.
Great product. Great product.
Yeah.
Bring back the cookie. Bring back the cookie.
As far as new direction for the clinic,
Mm-hmm.
where do you see it heading? Short term, long term?
Just tremendous growth.
Yeah.
Really tremendous growth. I see it. I see more and more doctor referrals, which is key. Key. I want every internal medicine practice referring us.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
That's really where I'd like to see it going. More and more physicians.
because we're the perfect
base-
plug-in for them.
Yeah, I mean we are. We really are. That's where I'd like to head.
Yeah.
That's the direction I want.
But as for like the podcast and things we're doing now, like this is perfect for the restarts. Because they're watching the podcast, they're seeing this, and
You know how many
it's
times,
motivation too.
You know
Yeah.
how many times clients have said to us they watch it and they just remind them that they're on track and they see us and they,
Yeah,
which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that.
That's why we put this together. Is
I
for
can
that
tell
reason.
you, we have some really great clients. Our clients are awesome.
Yeah.
They're awesome.
Can I talk
No, I
about one
agree.
client that I love?
You can't say name.
Well, he was our first guest,
Oh, Scott?
Scott Horowitz.
Scott's a doll.
I love Scott.
There's no one's like Scott.
He's the best.
I want Scott to just come and hang in the office.
Yeah, I know.
Every day. We still have to do a TikTok with Scott.
Yes,
We have to get on that.
We gotta reach out.
But our clients, they really are. There's so many of them that come to
It's
mind.
true. Yeah.
They're just phenomenal people.
Yeah. It's
And
true.
and you want to talk about the pandemic? I can't tell you how many clients offered their help
Yeah.
in
Really?
ways like called me up and said, Pauline, if I order 2 weeks or 3 weeks worth of food, will that help you? Or will that hurt you, like for your stock?
Yeah.
What can I do? One of my clients, her husband's an attorney, and she offered his services to help me if I needed to fill out any paperwork with the government.
Yep.
I mean, these people brought me to tears.
Yeah.
Who does that?
Because you're good at what you do. You help them, they help you.
True.
I never think of myself that way.
Yeah.
I did, and I'm going to cry, but I did have one client who said to me one day, you know who I'm talking about, her first name begins with an M, and she said, you don't seem right today. And I said, hard day. I'm going to cry. And she said to me, we need you.
Yeah.
She goes, you help too many people and we need you.
Yeah.
She goes, so whatever it is, you kind of have to get over it.
Yeah.
I needed to hear it that day, and I came back and I got over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
But I don't think of myself that way, so it was kind of hard. But I was like, wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She made me cry.
Yeah.
Like an awesome person. I
So
love our
nice.
clients. That, you know what? They're my biggest motivation just in general.
Yeah.
They really are.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. Definitely.
And I can also say to them, come on, tell me the truth.
Come
Yeah.
on. Don't make me
Come on.
slap your wrist.
Yeah, no, come on.
Yeah.
Don't make me get the
No.
ruler, bitch.
Who do you think you're talking to?
And last thing, any tips, pointers to relate to clients, maybe other people looking to start a business, entrepreneurs? Anything?
Do what you believe in. If you believe in it, you will be successful.
Mm-hmm.
You have to believe in it.
Mm-hmm.
And just do it. Do it. And there's many mistakes you will make. Don't give up and keep fighting.
Right.
Just keep fighting. There are many roadblocks in business. And there's many things that you will try that they don't work.
Right.
And
You fail more than you succeed.
You absolutely
And you just got to
do.
keep moving.
And you have to learn from them, from the mistakes that you make.
Or learn from other businesses and what they did, so you don't make the same mistake.
Yeah.
That's also very important, is studying other businesses and seeing what they're doing.
Listening. And there'll always be haters out there.
Mm-hmm.
And that's
You need the
okay.
haters.
You need the haters. That means you're doing something right.
Exactly. But people, especially entrepreneurs and business owners, and it could be a job too. People underestimate the time it takes and the effort it takes to get something off the ground. That's why I listen to Grant, and he's a genius when it comes to entrepreneurship. That's why he coined the 10x rule. You need 10x effort. You need 10 times the amount of money.
And anything in life.
And everything. People always underestimate the efforts needed to get the plane off the ground.
It's funny because that's absolutely true, because people can walk in and not realize. Like, I look back on when I started this, the hours.
Yep.
I don't even know when 10 years ago, you guys, not you so much, but the kids were small.
Mm-hmm.
I used to walk in 3 nights a week, 9:30, 10 o'clock at night, be gone in the morning. Like, I honestly, looking back, I don't know how I did that.
Mm-hmm.
I honestly didn't. If somebody wanted to meet me, I was there. I was available.
Mm-hmm.
I juggled whatever I needed to. And I think people have to realize that. But I also think that comes in with doing something that you believe in.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that's key.
Yeah.
People open up businesses because they think they're going to be millionaires. You have to believe in it, because at some point that just fizzles out.
Right.
You have to believe in it, and that you don't get motivated anymore to wake up.
You have to set very high goals too. You have to.
You do. You definitely do.
Because if you set small ones, you usually don't hit the small ones. Because the reason why, and going back to Grant, the reason why he says 10x the goal is because your thought process then changes. So if we want to expand to 500 clients, 10x that and think about a bigger number.
And then
You
hit
your
it.
thought.
Yeah, it does
start
change
thinking
your thought
what
pattern.
you need for that.
Right.
And
But I
everything
didn't know Grant
changes.
Cardone 10 years ago. I've never heard of him.
Yeah.
So what I did, when I listened to him, there were things I was doing that I didn't realize
Yeah.
that I did.
Mm-hmm.
And people think he's crazy. I mean, he is crazy. I mean, he turned some people off, but what he has a little over $2.5 billion under management in the past 10 years. A guy who does that quickly it's incredible. So you have to study guys like that and watch, not really what they say, like watch what they do. Like, that's why I have CNBC on all the time. What they take what they say with a grain of salt. Watch what they're doing. because they might say one thing and actually do the other.
Right.
So that's why I look at. That's why
But
we
don't
built
you
the
believe
podcast
that?
room. and-
But listen, they didn't all start that way, and I believe then they failed in many ways.
oh,
And
yeah,
they wouldn't be
yeah.
where they were unless they failed. And you
Mhm.
learn from failing.
True.
Yeah.
You don't always just learn from going to who was
Absolutely.
successful and how they got there.
Right.
You learn
Yeah.
from failing.
Right.
And what works in one company doesn't always work in another. It doesn't always
That's
translate.
very true.
Right.
You know, you're not always going to get, a deli counter person who can make $1 million doing it what they're doing.
Yeah.
That structure is not going to work
Yeah.
in every business.
Right.
So
You
you,
need-
have to learn and take it.
You need the right vehicle.
You do.
Right.
Also, too, I mean, a lot of entrepreneurs starting out, business owners, there's a lot of fear. And it's just going back to that fear. I mean, like the thing that you think is going to happen usually doesn't happen. That's why I always say, like, fear is it's a false event appearing real. Sometimes it's not really there. That you're afraid.
Sometimes
you're
it's
afraid.
situations too that just throw you into a situation where you have no choice,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and you have to.
Yeah. Also, one big thing that all entrepreneurs need is the skill to sell, communicate, negotiate, and close. Those are very, very important skills to know.
I don't always believe that you can teach those skills to everybody.
I
I
don't
don't.
know. I don't know.
I don't.
It's a
I
good
don't.
que- I don't know.
I don't. I don't think everybody has the ability. I think some people are natural at it,
Yeah.
and I think that's where it comes into believing what you're doing. And I think some people that you just can't teach them. They're not.
Yeah.
You know, you're not teaching. Who's the guy? Tesla.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk. He's not
He's
as
not.
smart as he is.
Yeah.
He's not.
He's,
you're
well,
not-
he's an introvert. I mean, all the top
And-
guys
right,
at that
you're
level
not
are all
teach-
introverts.
You're not teaching him sales and closings. You're just not.
No, he's one of the. I'm going
You
to
know what
argue
I
about it, but he's a very. I mean, for what he's done
I'm
so
talking
far.
about a normal everyday salesman knocking on door to.
Well,
He's
yeah,
not.
yeah, true. But like people think like when I say salesperson, like they think about like that silver tongue suit and tie movie, person. I'm
Mm-hmm.
not talking about that. Like the top billionaires in the world are actually all introverts. Bill Gates, Warren Buffett, Elon, Bezos is actually, if you look at Bezos 15 years ago till now, different person. Completely different person. But the top guys are all introverts, which is very interesting.
Divorce will do that.
Oh, well.
Maybe.
Yeah,
But,
being
going
worth
back, Gabe
200
had asked
billion.
me about a quote that I live by. It's not so much I live by. I always told my kids this, and I can't believe I forget it. Find your genius,
Mhm.
whatever that is. And he says, do you remember me always
Yeah.
telling you that?
Yep.
Find your genius. Not everybody's book smart. Not everybody's, the school type. Find your genius, whatever that may be.
Mhm.
Play
And
your
I think you'll
strengths.
it's your strengths.
There's no
absolutely.
need to work on your weaknesses. Play your strengths.
Mhm.
Whatever that genius is, find it and go with it.
It's just like in football. If you're better with the pass game, don't stop running the football. Keep passing. I mean, change it up, but I mean,
Do you know one of my clients one time, John? I can just say your name, John, if you're listening. He said to me, I'll never forget this. I had first consultation with him, and he's sitting there, and he goes, "Anyone ever tell you could be a football coach?" And I said, "Because you have that demeanor." I
Yeah.
said, "Well, maybe I was in another life, because I'm a little intimidated." I
Yeah.
go, "Well, I guess that's good."
yeah,
And I've known John now 10 years.
yeah.
Wow.
Love John, yeah.
Crazy.
Oh yeah.
But
Yeah.
believe in what you do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I
Find your
do.
genius.
find your genius.
And Pauline won't slap you with a ruler,
I
okay?
won't
Yeah.
slap you with it. I won't. No.
So let's talk about the next 6 months coming up for the business. Ideal Pauline as a company, we're going to start doing events.
We're going to be doing a
September, we're going to do a dog adoption day.
Mm-hmm.
God help me.
Yeah, you're going to be taking home
God
dogs
help
left and
me.
right.
God help Gabe.
I-
Gabe, you
I-
think you're not going to take home a dog?
I can't fit one in my apartment.
You can at your mother's house. I mean, your brother
I'm
Matt
not-
brought home a dog.
I
to your
wouldn't
mom.
do that to her. Matt already fucked it up, so.
No, he did. Oh yeah. Well, Matt can't take. Well, your mother's not giving up Bandit
No.
anyway. No.
Mm-mm.
Yeah, I know. I have to just keep focused that we're doing a good thing and not take home a dog.
Yeah.
I can't do
Yeah.
that to Jack.
But with that being said, it's going to be located here at the property, actually behind.
We're hoping
The
behind
building,
in the
yeah.
in the field. Yes,
Date
we'll let everybody
is
know.
to be determined, but early
Mhm.
September. And then we're going to have a big event.
January.
January, first week of January. I don't want to tell who the guest speakers are, but they're
We
pretty
won't?
big guest speakers. So
Yeah, that'll be pretty cool.
it's going to be a blowout. I can't
Oh.
wait for that.
And another podcast guest who I can't wait because everybody hears me talk about him all the time. Dr. Racanelli, Dr.
Oh,
Racanelli.
yes,
He's the
you
best
just-
plastic surgeon in the world.
You just reminded me.
So Dr. Racanelli is coming on the podcast. I can't wait. So
That's gonna be a big one.
Wait. I want everybody, give me questions. Any questions you want answered by a plastic surgeon, I will ask Dr. Racanelli.
Not just a plastic surgeon, the best plastic surgeon.
He's the best plastic surgeon.
I'm going to say East Coast, but I'm
Listen,
going to say the country.
Full disclosure, though,
unbelievable.
he is related to us, but knowing that, growing up, I would laugh like, who in our family is going to become a doctor?
Yeah.
I have to tell you, he's the best.
He's unbelievable.
He's unbelievable.
We'll give some background about Joe now, but Dr. Rack is located in Morristown, Newark, and also New York City.
Look him up.
He's just unbelievable. His name's Dr. Joseph Racanelli. He helped me out tremendously. My incident, ear, chin. This past weekend, he helped me out. So, but he's just all in all unbelievable doctor, great staff. So,
No, I've
2
seen
more
his
weeks
work.
we'll have him on.
He's the best.
Yeah, and if you guys are ever down the Jersey Shore, you see his Mommy Makeover new advertisement that goes around all weekend long.
Yeah, so
So
that's
keep a
fun.
lookout.
So that's another thing coming up. Yeah, that's a lot going on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we got a
absolutely.
big 6 months. I mean,
Yeah,
we're already halfway through the year, but
Mhm.
yeah,
yeah. I think it's all good.
Big things ahead.
Big things ahead.
So
Yeah, keep listening. Stay tuned.
yeah.
Let us know what questions you want us to ask Dr. Racanelli.
Yeah.
I know
Yeah.
Gabe has some.
I'll probably be in there for a consultation after
Yeah,
our
that's
podcast.
okay.
So
yeah.
We may
If
have a
anyone-
line outside,
if
but
anyone
that's
wants to
okay.
come, we'll get a party bus to his office.
We should ask Dr. Rack if he wants to do the consultations, right? You're going to have
Or
a
do
line
like a
outside
boat-
the door.
What if we do like a Botox party after or something? We'll have, we'll have
Listen,
our,
we're lucky we
clients
get him
come.
for an hour.
Yeah, he's
That's,
very
he's
busy.
so busy.
Yeah.
God bless him. God bless. I always say, God bless Joe. God bless
It's
his
his
hands.
hands,
God
yeah.
bless his mind. Yeah, he's a good doctor.
Yeah.
But to close out episode 10, big celebration, right?
Oh,
Congratulations.
huge. Yeah, thank you. It's great.
And
Thank you to Gabe.
as
Chris.
always,
Thank you.
Anytime.
Oh, Chris
We
is
do
going to
our
love
little
this. Our
test.
tasting.
So this is one of the new products. Actually, you mentioned, I think, the baked peanut butter.
Baked peanut butter.
So this rolled out, last year? Around last year? Last summer? I think it came out.
Yeah, I don't think we tried this on the podcast yet, right, Chris?
No, not
Chris,
yet.
you're not. I know you're not a big peanut butter fan, but come on,
It is good.
come on,
Yeah.
come on.
This is like a great bar to save for dessert, like at the end of the day.
Tell me you don't have to like. That's
It
phenomenal.
is good. It is good. It's not bad. It's good. I feel like that frozen would be delicious.
People do freeze them.
I put mine in the freezer sometimes.
That's phenomenal. Good job, Ideal.
But thank you,
Yeah.
everybody.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks for listening.
Thank you, people. Love you guys.
1-0.
Love you more.
Let's go.
All right.
Like and comment.
Yes.
Ciao.